Hi, in our last video, we saw how do we build a strategy where our entry and exit signals are coming in from TradingView. Alright. Now, in this video, we will see how do we build the same strategy where the entry signal is coming from TradingView, but the exit is supposed to be done from Tradetron itself. One reminder that this kind of a strategy has to be on hybrid mode in order to function properly. If you haven't watched the video on hybrid mode and API mode, you need to first have a look at it so that you can understand this one better. All right. Now this strategy is already on hybrid mode. So I will now go to the entry conditions. Again, the entry conditions are quite similar to what I had used earlier. The same alerts will be there. What I had used previously, same alerts will be applicable out here. But there are some differences that need to be made in order to have your exit conditions be based on Tradetron. So in my strategy, I have my entry condition using my variable as Nifty and number 1, and the exit is basically happening using these conditions. So I'm checking if my if my entry price is greater than, let's say, if the current LTP is more than, let's say, 20 points from the entry price. In that case, I will square off, or if there is a 10-point stop loss, in that case, I will again square off this position. All right. So this will be my exit condition for my strategy. All right. Now you need to remember that when you are firing a signal from TradingView and the exit is happening from Tradetron, there is a high possibility that your entry has come in from a signal like this, like Nifty is equal to number 1. But when your exit happens, this Nifty variable will remain number 1. It will not change. It will remain number 1, and thus when your exit happens, once let's say your 20-point target or 10-point stop loss is achieved, again your entry conditions will be checked. When your entry conditions are checked again, it will see that again this Nifty is equal to number 1, and it will take a new trade. So it will take a trade, and you will feel that there is a trade taken when you cannot see any trade on the alert log on TradingView. One solution for this thing is that you basically kill the variable that you had generated at the time of entry. So what you will do is that you will generate a runtime variable. All right, and this runtime variable will basically do the job of removing this Nifty is equal to number 1 once it has taken its trade. So in order to generate the runtime variable, I'll just go to the variable and I'll add the variable name. Now the variable name will be the same variable name that I have used in my alert. So I'll just quickly go to the alert, and where you see key out there, I will just copy my variable name and I will paste this. So Nifty is my variable name, and the value that I will assign to this variable name will be number 0. Okay. By assigning a value of number 0, I am basically killing this variable. I'm telling Tradetron that this variable now doesn't exist. All right. 0 is basically by default as a false statement. All right. So by doing this, what I'm doing is my entry conditions will be checked. Then my position will be taken. After that, my runtime variable will basically kill my entry condition. All right. Kill the entry variable which was Nifty and with a number 1. Now my exit conditions will be checked. When exit is checked, it will check for my 20-point target, 10-point stop loss. When any of these are true, let's say if my 20-point target is achieved, after that it will again check for my entry conditions. Now it will wait for the next signal to be fired. Once Nifty is again fired as number 1, in that case it will take a trade. So this way, using runtime variables, you can basically make sure that your strategy is taking trades only when the signals are being sent from your TradingView alerts. All right. So I will also do the same thing for my set 2. So my set 2 is basically taking a trade when my Nifty is number 2. Now I will again want to remove this variable as Nifty with value as 2 once my trade is taken. So I'll just select number and I'll select 0, submit, close, and save. So by generating these runtime variables, I'll make sure that my secondary trades are not taken, and I will update the strategy. Now I will show you how you can define your strike price as well as the quantity in the trading view alert itself. So a lot of people have, like, it is not necessary, but a lot of people have a requirement where they want to where they want to mention their strike price from the alert itself. All right. So in order to do that, you can basically go to edit in the alert. So we are now in the edit of the alert, and the process that we need to do is we will just copy this entire thing, right? So ideally our objective now is to make two new variables and two new values. All right. So let me show you how will we make these two variables. All right. So first I have this key. All right. Key is basically, we have already defined that key is our variable. So I will now call this key 1 and I will call this key 2. Okay, because this is a new variable. All right. And now this is nifty underscore strike. All right, because I'm defining my strike price. All right. And now I will define this as my strike, nifty underscore quantity. Okay. And my value of the strike will basically be value 1 and this will be value 2. All right. This is because this is key 1, the first variable and first value. All right. So, and my value out here will be, let's say, 18,000. Now you can input anything out here. You can generate a variable on TradingView and input that as well. That's something that you can research online, and you'll find plenty of articles about that. Now nifty quantity is basically my value 2, and value 2 I can add it as something in terms of the overall quantity. So I can select, let's say, 50, because 50 is the lot size of nifty. Now after doing this, I will just add a comma out here. All right. After adding the comma, I will now copy this entire thing, Control C, and I will add a comma here and I will paste this. All right. So basically what I have done is that I have added my so previously I had only one variable, nifty and value 1. Now I have nifty value 1, nifty strike as value 18,000 and nifty quantity as value 50. All right. So I will now remove all the spaces like I had done previously, and you can see the previous JSON code has now become one comprehensive big JSON code which has all the values needed, and I will now paste this out here. So you can see that TradingView has checked my JSON code and it is now correct. Now I can just save this. So now after saving this, I'll just go again to the edit of my strategy, and in here I will go to my position builder since I have generated a strike FX. Now first in the strike FX, I'll go to FX and I'll click on the FX button, and out here I'll select get runtime as my keyword and my variable name. So variable name will basically be what I had selected out here. So nifty underscore strike is what my variable name was. So I'll just copy this and I will paste it out here and I'll click on OK. So now whatever nifty strike is being fired will be coming in the strike FX. Remember one thing, when we are selecting quantity out here, you need to select quantity and you cannot select lots. If you select lots and select an FX, then it will not work. Alright, you need to select quantity out here if you are selecting an FX in the quantity FX of the position builder. So I'll just click on FX now, and I will do the same thing out here. I will select get runtime and my variable name will basically be nifty underscore quantity. Do note that this can now be removed, like this is not needed. This is only the part that is needed for your JSON code. Alright, and now I'll paste this and I'll click on OK. So this has now successfully defined my nifty strike as my strike price, which will come in from TradingView, as well as nifty underscore quantity as the quantity that will again come from TradingView. One additional measure that you can do is that you can, just like you were previously killing the variable of nifty. So you can see out here the variable of nifty was being killed by your runtime variable. Similarly, you can also kill the strike price and the quantity FX as well. So I can again go to nifty underscore strike, copy this, and I will add this in the runtime variable too. And again, my value will be the same number 0. Okay, and I will submit it. And you will have to do this for both the sets. So I'll save this. Similarly, I'll do it for my quantity also. So Nifty underscore quantity, I will copy this and I will paste it out here as my variable name, and my value will be number 0. Now again, I'm reminding this is not necessary. You don't really need to do it because you can anyway generate an FX on Tradetron for strike and quantity, but this is only for specialized cases when you actually need a strike and a quantity FX in your position builder. So this is how you can generate your strike and quantity quantity FX. Now I will show you how can you do this for different instruments. So let's say this is currently on Nifty, but now I want to generate this on Bank Nifty, right? So how can you do it for Bank Nifty? If I need to generate this for Fin Nifty, how do you do that? So basically you need to go to Trading View and you need to select the relevant instrument. Like let's say this is Bank Nifty and you need to generate your alert on the same. So I'll just go to the three dots and I'll click on Add Alert. After I click on Add Alert, again I will do the same process. I'll make a new alert like I showed you in the first session. I'll make a new alert. So if I need this for Bank Nifty, I will again go to my same auth token and the JSON code that I had built. And previously I had selected Nifty as the variable name. Now I'll select Nifty BN. Alright. And again I will copy this thing and I will paste it out here. Alright. I paste it in the message and I will make a new set out here. So I will make my set 3. So I'll just add a new set and I will add my condition out here. Again, I'll add my keyword as get runtime and I will select my variable name which I had generated as Nifty BN and I will paste this and I'll again select is equal to, then I'll select number and I will define it so on as shown here. I select number as 1 and so on. So this way you can generate one strategy. Like one strategy can be used for multiple different instruments. So you can have your set 1 and 2 for let's say Nifty, set 3 and 4 for Bank Nifty, long Bank Nifty, short, set 4 and set 5 and 6 for Fin Nifty and so on. So you can pretty much generate one set for every different alert that you are making. So let's say if you want to add HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, all the Nifty constituents, all of them can be done in a same way by adding multiple different sets on the same strategy on Tradetron. So I hope this session helped you. In the next session, we will basically look at how to integrate trading view strategies. Up till now, we were speaking about trading view indicators. We will now look at trading view strategies from the next session onwards. Thank you.